Mr. D-Man. Just waiting for Jessica to jump on here. Someone saying, just saw the preliminary you did, dude. That thing looks so good. I can already tell my son is just going to shit himself. All right, here we go. There she is.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
It's been a minute.
That is true. It has.
How are you doing?
We're doing pretty good. Not too bad. Just finishing getting set up here so I can actually see what everybody's saying. Okay, awesome. Got that set. I have not done anything on this one yet.
You're fine. It's not like there's like rules that if you don't follow these rules, you're out.
You sure about that?
I am sure.
All right, if you say so.
I was just telling someone saying he's already in here, and he just posted like a preliminary kind of sketch that he did, kind of like work in progress. Holy crap, does it look good? Like,
I saw it.
did you see that one just barely? Just
yes. He had 2 different ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked pretty killer. It was kind of different than when I though, like what I see when I look at this picture.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because to me it looks furry to me, like hairy.
I could see the rough line kind of looking like that, but that's what I like. There's like it's all kind of
Yeah.
like an interpretation.
So I was kind of like, oh wow, like when I saw that, I was like, that's actually sick looking, and that's not what I.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, God, I don't even know. Like, I have this vague idea of what I want to do, but I don't know. Mark Domowitz, he's like, I started drawing an hour and a half ago. I'm glad I did. It's challenging. Yeah. I mean, this like weird round head and then this long neck and then a body with like a mouth and a tongue coming out of it.
Kind of reminds me of No Face. I believe that's the name of from Spirited Away.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's a great show, but if you like anime at all.
I do like
But,
some.
yeah, that was my first thought when I saw the stomach in the middle. That's kind of how his looks.
Yeah, Mark saying, yeah, it has a no face vibe. It's the sad expression. Now, that's something that I kind of didn't remember until I was looking at this. I'm like, yeah, this thing has like a sad, like, I'm like, oh, I kind of like that because it's a monster, but like a sad, creepy, like, all right, there's weird stuff going on here.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I've never really seen anything quite
Yeah,
like it before.
I don't know where he gets his ideas from. Mr. D Man saying some people didn't like what he said about Alan Moore and Neil Gaiman. I don't care. Too many sensitive beta males around here. Yeah, I was seeing some of that, man. I think it's great. I think that I like that you're telling people what you think about that stuff, man. They don't ever change, D Man.
I must have missed that. Was that on the Discord?
No, it's one of my the videos. Uh,
Oh.
Ugh, look, it's already started. Look at my broken tip.
Oh no,
Oh no.
not the broken tip.
So Jessica, how's your baby?
She's great.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she stays asleep for the duration of this.
Say that little girl could wake right up.
You never know.
How are your boys? Are they like excited to have a little sister? Or are they get everything just kind of going good with them?
Yeah, I think they're doing pretty good. They've been out of school for so long because they got to get out of school for her being born. So they were out earlier than Christmas break, and then with Christmas break, or I guess the whole holiday break. Um, so they are they've been having a good time with that too.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, they've been enjoying it, that's for sure. And they seem to like her. They always want to hold her and stuff. So
Yeah, you shared some pictures of your little ones holding, you know, her as a, just when she was born. I'm like, oh, that's super cute.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I did, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty adorable. I think that they want to. Even my 2-year-old's really excited about her. So
Yeah.
is the stream low res for anyone, or is it just me? Oh no, hopefully we're not
Yeah.
having issues.
Are we starting out already with technical problems?
I know, I was like, this is definitely could happen here.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm just here sketching this, just trying to decide
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah. Mark says, I'm working on the stomach mouth now. What the hell is right? Yeah, I know. I know.
I can't really see. Well, that's kind of cool. Your idea that you're doing there, Rob.
Yeah.
All kind of twisted up there.
Yeah, I like I said, I should put more thought into this. I tend to just sit down and just go. And so I'm like, fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. And I guess we'll just see how it turns out.
I think it
But,
looks really cool.
but yeah, I did a I don't know if you I know um you had like a whole baby and everything, so you probably haven't seen, but I did a video where I showed the final inked version of that drawing that Chuck Goodwin did for me, but at the same time I showed a couple other Chuck Goodwin, Jesus Christ, Chuck Gibson, blah blah. But I did a video where I was showing the drawing that someone sane did. How I shared that, and um, God, my son was just so over the moon excited when I showed him that, like to see
I'm
that
sure.
drew his monster. He just went on and on about it, and I gave him the printout that I made. I printed it out and gave it to him yesterday when he came over for a bit, and he was just. And but what sucks is my younger son's like, "Oh, Dad, I wanted somebody to draw my monster." I'm like, "Oh, well, all right, we'll work on that, son." He's like, "I want it now." I'm like, I'm like, "Just go draw me a monster, and we'll see if we can't make it happen too." He was getting kind of jealous that his brother got like people drawing his monster off YouTube.
That is sad. Come on. That's pretty sad.
Right. Like, Dad, I'm like, "Well,
Aw.
your brother he made an awesome drawing, and I just, and he wanted to do a video, and up and went, and this is where we're at, son." So I'm like, "All right, we'll see what we can do."
Yeah, you could definitely use his. I mean, you're
Like
gonna do this pretty often.
Like my son draws like my younger boy. Let me see. I think I've got some right here. He draws these. I think we talked about these stupid things that they watch on YouTube, the Skibbity toilet, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, he watches that, but like my younger son's drawing these things, like these monster speaker mans that are called. But like, look at how much detail he's like making all these creatures and all these little things hanging off the ends of them. Like he really
Mhm.
like he puts a lot of detail into them.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, for sure. That's pretty cool.
Mooper Sansa, he just want to check in to say hi. He likes the idea, but he can't join on the weekdays during dinner time with the family. So I get that. It is kind of you know, it could be a weird time. So thanks for stopping in, man. Dan, good one. Hey.
What's up?
But you back to feeling like it up to a full strength now that you've. I mean, are you like recovered from you know childbirth and everything?
I think so. I mean, I feel pretty good at this point, so
Glad to be done with the pregnancy part of that shit.
yes.
I know
Yeah, I
you were.
really am though.
You're like I can't do this anymore.
I really am. Like obviously I love my kids, but it
Sure.
is really great that I will just to be done. Got, my five kids and that's good enough for me.
You're
So
like no more. Well, I'm glad to hear everything went good because it's always one of those. Like when me and my ex-wife we had our kids, I was like, the doctor said everything was fine, but for me, it was never completely done until like we were holding the baby and you like it's here, it's fine, it's healthy, it's good, and now I know.
yeah, it's true. It's true. How have you been? What's been new with you? I mean, I know you've been doing your videos and
Just yeah, honestly, just the same as always. Just working and drawing, and my birthday's on Saturday.
I did think of that actually.
Did you?
I did.
You don't have to lie.
I'm actually not lying. I have so many birthdays coming up for my friends and family. I feel like everybody's birthday is in January, it feels like.
Right? Yeah, mine, my brothers, and my mom's all are in.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's funny. Yeah, I've got a friend of mine whose is on the 13th, and then my parents were their anniversary is on the 7th, and then my mother-in-law's is on the 6th. Yeah. So, just a lot. Just a lot.
yeah,
Coming right off Christmas.
right. It's like
You
I'm done getting gifts for people. Oh wait,
you guys and your January birthdays. I'm just kidding. Just joking. Mhm. I did gets my anniversary was a couple weeks ago. It's right after Christmas. Um I'm just reading all these. Hello, Jonathan. Yes, of course it has. I gave my mouth girl lips. So, just cuz why not?
yeah, does it? I can't even see. I
Huh?
gotta. Oh my. I would have never thought of that. Jessica, that's brilliant.
Thank you, thank you.
I didn't see that because my little bracket holding my phone is blocking off that seg. Now I see it because I adjusted. That is just perfect.
Thank you. Thank
Oh
you.
my
You
god.
know, just what came to mind while I was drawing, you know?
Never would have even crossed my mind. And that's oh my gosh. Like
Oh,
the monster, but she's still kind of pretty.
yep. Well, I've got him. He's holding a rat and the tongue is coming out, ready for him to drop this rat on it because he feeds his weird mouth stomach the rats from the basement.
Oh, all right. See?
See, I'm
Uh,
coming up with some more like backstory to him, you know. I think Leo would love it.
yeah. I'm gonna have to. I think he'll probably have fun actually watching this video and seeing, the conversation, the drawing, and that type of stuff. But once I get to show him all the different drawings that were done, he's just going to be so ecstatic.
I'm excited. Excited to see. I wish you could. I mean, I guess you could do like a little video of his reaction.
Yeah, I'll have to think ahead next time.
Um, but no, for my anniversary, I was saying I got a couple new records that I ordered.
Oh, that's right. You were saying you had that record set up. You showed me.
Yeah, so I've been really on a Bee Gees kick lately. Just loving the Bee Gees lately.
what
So
What's your favorite song of theirs?
I actually think my favorite song might be Nights on Broadway, which I have one of their gold albums, and it has a lot of their really popular ones like Massachusetts and How to Mend a Broken Heart, but it didn't have that one on there because that one kind of came later in the mid 70s. So I ended up ordering Main Course, which does have it, and then I also ordered Saturday Night Fever because I didn't have that one either. But it hasn't come yet. But my other one came today, so I've been listening to that while I've been painting.
Nice. You're a little.
Uh,
You're a little bit of a out of time hippie, aren't you?
I guess. It does have a little. It has a little shop of horrors feel to it,
Oh, that's fun.
not horrors.
Oh,
Horror.
that's one of my favorite stories ever with you.
I don't know if that.
I'm gonna so just in case everybody's wondering, years ago when her and I first worked together, I mentioned there was a conversation come up about the movie The Little Shop of Horrors, and
I never seen it. Never. Nothing.
never even heard of it. So you're like, what? So I said Little Shop of Horrors, and so you went to Google it, but you misheard. And you typed in Little Shop of Horrors, like WHORES. I was like, no, not a Little Shop of Horrors, horror. Oh,
True
that was
story. True story.
so funny.
100%
Yeah.
definitely happened. What can I say? I guess I had horrors on the mind. I don't know.
Eh, well, I mean, I always do,
Oh my gosh.
right? I don't even know what I mean by that.
I don't know either, but maybe you should give us some insight.
Right.
Mark says he's actually drawing from his parents' basement.
That's awesome, man.
Uh, Mr. Finn, I made a comment about Grant Morton on Rob's X video. I'm still waiting on the weirdos to respond. John says the Staying Alive lyrics are kind of gangster. They are gangster a little bit. If anybody doesn't know, they're actually about the serial killer Son of Sam. When all that was happening in New York, that's kind of where the inspiration came from for for the
Ooh,
Staying Alive lyrics.
I didn't know that at all.
Oh, really? Yep.
I had not a clue.
Everybody just thought, oh, it's a disco song.
Yeah,
Uh,
something.
but yeah, that was their inspiration of the Staying Alive, was because, and I don't know if it was just the Son of Sam killings, but obviously that was a big one during that time. And so um, that was kind of where the inspiration came from, was New York during that.
Wow.
Yep.
See, these aren't done just for fun. These lives, and we learned something. We've all learned something today. At least I did.
We learn new things,
Yeah.
not just about art, retro music as well.
Right.
Learn that Jessica does no idea what she's talking about and what Little Shop of Horrors was.
uh,
Every time that post that you made on Facebook reminds you, you send it to me too.
that when I typed it out, how you misunderstood that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
like
yeah.
posted about it on Facebook when it happened.
Yep. Of course. I have to.
And so I get a message every time Facebook reminds you about that incident.
You're like, oh my God, he won't let it go. It was barely funny then.
No, no, no. Oh, I'm just teasing. I'm trying to decide what to do with this other arm. Hmm.
There's a Saturday morning cartoons about the Little Shop of Horton. Really?
Wow.
I'm actually not a huge fan of that movie. I mean, I've seen it like once. I'm aware of it, but it just never was like, oh, I need to keep watching that. I bet.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it to this day. Probably should, but never have.
Did your Christmas go okay with everyone?
Oh yeah, yeah. It went really. It was fun. We it was pretty low key, of course. I guess maybe just because I got back from the hospital, but
Yeah.
didn't like do anything too crazy. But yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. My Santa brought my 2-year-old a Power Wheels, and
Oh,
that keeps trying to get driven in my house.
of course. Like, where else am I supposed to drive it, Mom? Come on.
I guess so. I'm like, oh yay! The Power Wheels was not my idea, but I'm like, you're gonna have to handle that, because. How about you? What'd you do for Christmas?
Basically, just I got to have my kids that weekend and into that Christmas morning, so I had them for a long stretch. So just
Oh,
had them
nice.
over, and we just watched some Christmas movies and let them hang out and gave them their presents, and they seemed like they had a good time. And then just sent them back to their moms around about 3 o'clock that afternoon, and then they got to go have Christmas number two.
Nice,
Their mom's
nice.
house. And even my older son is like, Dad, there's one good thing about you and Mom not being together anymore. I'm like, here we go. And he's like, well, that means we get to have two Christmas presents. It's like we get presents from you and Mom. I'm like, yeah, I know. Tell me about it, son.
Yeah, that is true. I kind of have to remember that with my stepdaughter, that, oh, she's getting presents from two different sides. So I don't, because I'll sit there and be like, oh, I just don't feel like I have got enough for her in comparison to the other kids, and I would go, well,
Right. Yeah.
she's getting double. So
Son of a bitch. I'm smearing the ink on this thing with my fat hand.
Oh, you're already inking? What the hell? Did you have some of that drawn up already or no?
No,
Damn it. You're
I have
really
video
fast.
proof. It's all right here. I started from a blank page.
Damn.
I
That's pretty
know.
fast.
Hard when you're in the presence of genius.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Nope.
I'm like, oh, I suck.
I feel kind of like under pressure because all the other guys that are drawing and doing some stuff. Did you see Mark Domowitz's one on our um on the fuck, I can't think, the Discord, the version that he did?
Of this one?
Yeah.
No,
Some
I don't think I saw his.
someone saying did one and then Mark did of not this, not this creature. I'm sorry, but
The
the,
Prowler
the
one?
other one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, I did see those. Those
yeah.
were
Yeah, sorry. That one looked awesome. I showed that to my boy yesterday, and he's like, "Oh my god, he's so cool, Daddy." I'm like, "I know, everyone's so cool, right?"
yeah, that was sick. Honestly, they both were. But
Yeah,
I liked the mushrooms growing out the back and all that. That was pretty.
yeah, no, no, for real. That was like, I'm like, "Oh god, that's gross." I love it. It's so like creepy.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really cool.
Mark Rob draws in the inks like all the greats. I don't know. I mean, it's just something I've kind of got used to doing, right? Just like, all right, I got the basic pencil line down. I'm just gonna, like I said, I just find it in the ink stage. Let's just see what we can come up with, and you know, if it ends up screwed up, well, I guess we're stuck with it. We'll learn better for next time.
I think that looks way cool myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, how many fingers does this guy have?
He's got like four fingers and a thumb, but it can be.
Okay.
I mean, you put big, luscious lips on that guy, so I don't think you got to worry about the accuracy of the fingers.
Okay. Like I'm getting a lot of smack for my choice here.
No, I'm just jealous I didn't think of that myself. So I have to
Mm.
hide my failures with sarcasm and attitude.
Yeah, okay.
You're like, all right, that sounds right.
Whatever you say, Rob.
Did you all just, I assume, obviously, probably just hung out for New Year's?
Yeah, we just like we had family and stuff over after Christmas, like kind of the ones who were a little bit far away and ones we hadn't seen in a while. We had kind of a really sad thing happen. My sister-in-law, her puppy, and I say he's puppy, he was like 80 pounds, but he passed away right before Christmas. Um, he got sick and had he put down, and so it was kind of a gloomy Christmas. We all knew, obviously, or close to him as well, and she was really upset, and so it was
Yeah.
kind of sad. Um,
You kind of told me that you were hobbling your, how did you word it? Your broken butt up to you were going to try and start like a portrait, a pet
I
portrait.
I did. I am still working on this thing.
Oh,
It's massive. I can't even like show you. It's massive.
that
She
looks
went.
really good.
He was a husky German Shepherd mix, so it's kind of a fun one. I mean, not a fun one, but a pretty dog to draw to paint. Um, but yeah, I still haven't finished it yet, but I need to get it finished for sure sooner rather than later.
That's good of you to, jump on that so soon after just having kid and surgery and everything. That's That's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
You've got every excuse in the world to be like, I will, but I can't right now. I just sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's true. She's actually I call her my um moon twin because we got the same tattoos. Uh,
Oh, that.
that because we were both born in the same moon phase, so pretty close to her. So I really wanted to get started on it soon, and so she could have it.
Oh, there's Courtney.
Hey, Courtney.
Spreading ink all over this page with my hand.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm usually not a fan of the pet portraits, but this one definitely is different. So,
I don't seem to remember you saying that anywhere on an interview that I did with you where you said
uh, you know how it
I
is.
do.
Everybody loves their pets. That's good.
But not everyone loves painting their poor dead pets.
Yes, it's true.
But exceptions can be made.
Yes, in this case, it's completely different, but
Yeah.
I feel like so behind. And I also am like, well, I'm just doing the most random shit. So I don't know.
Well, we'll have to do like over on the Discord. We'll have to do like categories for awards, for like whose is the scariest and whose is the most dynamic. There'll be one like whose basement monster is the sexiest, and yours is gonna win because those big luscious lips.
Hey.
Saying you've already won an award because I would have never. Ever.
Okay. Okay.
That's super funny.
Well, at least I won something.
Right,
Sexiest basement monster.
right. Now, what I want to see is, I think Courtney chimed in and said that she'd. I think she said she'd draw along. Um, I don't think I've ever seen Courtney tackle like weird, creepy monster things. So I'm kind of curious to see what her art would be like.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't know, Courtney. I'm not trying to call you out publicly and shame you into doing something. That being said,
He is.
yeah, right. There you are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just don't.
He is calling you out and shaming you, but I'm not. So,
Oh shit! There's Mr. Chuck Gibson, man. Hey, how are you?
what's up?
That's Tim chiming in. I think there he is. Oh yeah. Just wait till the kids figure out how to play you and the X against each other. You're right. I mean, yeah. Seriously, um, we've been real lucky so far, but
You have really sweet kids, though.
yeah. And honestly, I know I've said this, but I like to make sure to point it out because I've known so many people that have had so many bad like situations with divorces and your exes. But me and my ex-wife get along really, really well, and fortunately, that's not a struggle so far. But like he's saying, maybe the kids will figure it out. I'm like, oh, play mom and dad against each other.
They might. True. Courtney says, yes, I'm going to draw. I love drawing cryptid.
Cryptids.
Man, I can't even like read. My vision's blurry. I actually have some cryptid characters. Really?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm like. I've only ever seen her um so far like just do the normals. I'm like, I want to see her artwork, which is always like such soft and attractive stuff. But I'm like, to see her do monsters, that would be a thing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Definitely post them in the Discord, Courtney.
But hey, Chuck, thanks for stopping in, man. It's always a pleasure. I like this inking pen that I use, but God, the ink stays wet for so long. Like I have to
Which
be
one is it?
It's just a Pentel,
Mm.
Pentel pocket pen, I think it is. Whereas this, the ink is in a cartridge on it, and I keep smudging ink all over the place. So I gotta like work around it, and it's kind of like my tools are working against me. This is why some smart people use digital tools, because guess what? You don't have to deal with.
The smudging.
Yeah, yeah, you don't have to like worry about like smudging your art supplies.
True, true. I just don't even know where my pens are. I have one right here. Hmm. Don't see any others. I've got a Sharpie right here.
A Sharpie. That's the that's the that's the shit tools.
Hey, you know what? Maybe that'll be my thing.
Like I'll show you. And in a couple of years, when your art starts turning yellow and faded, ugly colors, you're like, how the hell did this happen?
Yeah. Sharpies are badass because they stick around for a long time. I actually did a Edward Scissorhands all in Sharpie that I really love. Would I do that now that I have actual tools? Probably not.
Chuck says, I was once mistaken for Chuck Dixon on the phone to a publisher. Got a taste of the red carpet treatment that A-list pros get. Oh man. Jonathan's asking, the stream died. Is everyone? Can everyone still? Jessica?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No, I looked up and your hand was like dead ass still. I'm like, wait, did everything just freeze? Okay,
I
sorry.
think I think the messages are coming in slow for me at least. So I don't know if it is for anybody else.
Okay. I wonder if we'll hit the normal thing of about an hour in, our voices will start going staticky.
Probably. I could
That
see that.
seems to happen the last several times.
Yeah, probably.
Mr. D Man, unpopular opinion. I'm not impressed by Ripaverse. I wish Eric July the best of luck, but his comics just look like stuff you'd see in the early 2000s. Um, I kind of agree with you, Mr. D Man. Like, I'm glad that they're having all the success that they are, and they made a shitload of money on their Kickstarters, and I want them to keep going. But just looking at it, I'm like, there's nothing there that makes me want to pick it up. Oh. Yeah, I keep.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I feel like Rob's reading things so that I don't see, so maybe it's just mine.
Yeah.
Because someone said maybe there's a delay in people in responding because they're also drawing.
Yeah.
LOL. But yeah, you're reading things and I look up and I can't see it for a little bit.
Yeah.
So that could just be my shitty internet though.
But yeah, they're talking about this guy that I was this Ripaverse. This guy, he's basically, from what I understand, he's got kind of it's an anti woke. approach to comics, and that alone
Anti-woke.
kind of puts me on board with them. I'm like, oh yeah, all right. And then, but because they're not, that puts a target on them from the other side of the aisle, and so it becomes a whole thing. But
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah, but they made, like, they did a Kickstarter, and somebody checked me. It wasn't a. I thought it was like $1 million, but it ended up being like three. So whatever they're doing, it's working.
Interesting.
I wouldn't mind doing a Kickstarter that made $3 million.
Yeah, me either.
I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna hire an inker. I already know who for sure. If I'm at $3 million, like, we're gonna make some comics. Let's do this.
That's true. Yeah. It sounds like they're doing pretty good then.
Yeah, couldn't even imagine.
Me either. Me either.
Is your little baby doing well on like a sleep schedule so far, or is you're getting stuck in the like being up all night often?
She does pretty good. She gets up to eat, I
Sure.
honestly I have to wake her up. You're supposed to, do the whole every 2 to 3 hours thing, blah blah blah. And so she I have to wake her up sometimes. But yeah, not bad at all, to be honest.
That's good.
Yeah.
I remember those days of like, God, I can't get any sleep because I got to get up and 2 in the morning because the kid's crying. But
I tell everybody I prefer the newborn stage to the toddler stage
oh,
because they can't run away from you. They can't argue. And my toddlers want to be up all night too. So that's my opinion on that. So yeah, honestly though, she's been pretty easy. I can't complain.
that's good.
Yeah.
You have any predictions on whether or not she's going to be like a spoiled little kind of like angel? It's like because
That's
she's
what
all her big brothers that kind of look after and take after her.
I was gonna say. I guess that's kind of up to me whether or not me and the rest of the family whether or not she becomes that way. She might be. I mean, my 2-year-old right now is spoiled, just completely rotten by his dad. So
That's cute.
yeah, I mean, I can't really. I'm sure she will be somewhat spoiled, but we'll see.
That's okay.
I'm excited to have a girl. I am excited. I should have done, but now I'm like, oh, now I'm thinking of other ideas of what to do.
What should you have done?
I actually should have gave him a skull head and started his neck with the fur, but I didn't do that.
Time to throw it away and start over.
That is something I would do, but that's okay. That's all right.
Giving a gum line in the belly mouth of this creature because I want it to be anatomically accurate.
There you go.
got gums and everything, so he's got to floss his guts.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Oh boy. That's actually pretty funny. It looks really sweet, honestly.
Jai Deep, Mr. J Ultra here. Mark is saying that fur texture is creepy as F, which is true.
I don't know why. It looked furry to me, but now I'm like, maybe it's just my eyes. Like, that's just wigging out or something.
Mark's like, but the lips are confusing me.
That's the lures you in with those beauties.
Right? All I saw was the creature's big, luscious lips. And I was like, oh, what them lips do? And then next thing you know, you're dinner for the basement monster.
Yes. More backstory. I love it.
Right? I guess I should be careful what I say in case my son decides to watch it. He's like, Dad, what did you mean by that when you said,
What's that? What that mouth do?
yeah, what does that mean? I'm gonna go ask mom. I'm like, no, wait, hold up, stop, son.
And then suddenly you and the ex don't have a great relationship.
Have a good relationship. You're right. Oh my god. Yeah, JD. Yeah, Jessica's drawing looks like a female version. Well, seriously, she threw out this like put like these girl lips on the guts, and I was like, that's brilliant. I didn't even, some of us were like, we didn't even think of that. So credit where credit's due.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It doesn't look as sweet as some of these other versions, but I will take the W on these lips. So, for sure.
I was just blacking in this hole in his guts where the mouth and tongue are coming from, but now I don't think I'm gonna
Hmm.
because
I mean, that looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, that looks awesome. You're gonna have to give that one to him.
yeah, I'm gonna take everyone's and everyone post them up. I'm gonna print them all out and give them just like a stack of, you know, however many potentially at this point, 4 or 5, I think. He will
That would
just
be awesome.
he'll just love it. Because like I was saying on this video where I was showing the other one, I was like, my boys think they're like, Daddy's cool because he's got a YouTube channel. I'm like, I promise you, Daddy's not cool. But
Oh gosh, don't say that.
this is it's creating cool situations to happen for real.
That's true.
Mm.
But I wouldn't say that.
What's funny is when I had my son yesterday and I was telling him, like, yeah, I did this video where I put up that drawing that the guy did of your character. And then I was saying, son, your daddy draws too. You could be proud of some of daddy's drawings. And he like reached over, put his hand on my shoulder and kind of gave me like the idiot pat on the shoulder. He's like, it's okay, Dad. I know you draw really good too. Oh, that was some condescending, cold shit right there.
He probably meant it positively.
He's more like he understands the social cues. He's like, all right, daddy draws, but I'm going on about this other guy's drawing first. So I better tell daddy I like his stuff too, because that's the nice thing to do. I respect the game.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, Mark's like, Leo burned you hard. Right, right? See, just like, right? Like kid's learning to play, right? He's like, it's okay, daddy. You're just as cool as all the other people who are actually cool. Right? Little turd. He's saying, wait, looking at Jessica's version, I'm remembering this crazy Nickelodeon Monsters cartoon. Anyone remember that?
Mm, I don't know. Crazy Nickelodeon Monsters cartoon. I'm not sure if I know that one or not.
I didn't watch no Nickelodeon stuff. I didn't have that access to that.
What?
I
Didn't
didn't
have
have Nickelodeon
yeah.
anything.
I didn't have access to it except when I was at my grandparents' house. My parents were anti TV.
Jonathan saying someone's saying real monsters. It was great. Oh, real monsters. There it is. There's Courtney chiming in too. Yes, wasn't it called real? That sounds familiar, actually.
What? So what years? What did it run? I remember all the doo-wop station ads. I seen them all today, all the time.
I gotta Google that thing they were talking about. I gotta see. Images. Yeah, I don't know if I saw any of this stuff. There's something with the big lips. Is that what somebody's thinking of right there?
Oh my gosh, that looks that would
That is some.
remind them of this monster.
Oh yeah, look at this monster. His eyeballs are in his hands above his head, like on the right here.
Oh
Those
my
are
gosh.
those eyes. That's awesome.
Rom's little laugh.
never, I've never seen those. I don't know. That's news to me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw those either.
I see. I keep getting some notifications. People keep going back and forth onto the Discord channel, sharing their stuff. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm gonna have a lot to look at when we wrap up here.
That's good though.
Yeah, no, it is because everyone's sharing, as they're doodling.
That's awesome.
Saying it was a mid '90s cartoon. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have been interested in it at the time.
In the mid 90s? How old were you?
Well, I mean, I graduated high school in '95. So it probably would have perceived to me as like this is like for little kids. I'm into cool shit like the X-Men cartoon. This is good shit. I don't need to.
I'm into cool shit like He-Man.
Right? Yeah, right. I know.
I'm just teasing you.
Chuck Gibson said I wasn't watching anything on TV in the mid '90s. Buried in deadlines. Yep, working for those minor studios that no one's ever heard of except you know some of the biggest studios of the time.
Yeah.
You gotta I gotta put everything away. I gotta work. I have actual job and deadlines to do.
I would have been 5.
Oh my god.
Which is, maybe I watched it. I just don't remember. Who knows?
Jonathan saying, I was watching cartoons and reading comics. You inked, Chuck. I was a big Wildstorm mark. Yeah, for real. I mean, I was collecting not all of it, but most of it.
That's kind of neat, though, to think about.
Oh, yeah. Courtney's like, I wasn't even born.
Oh, that's right. Hey, but she knew what it was.
Yeah, well, she's got good taste, apparently.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Jay Deep, he's like, damn, you guys are Nick OGs. I only showed up to watch Bubble Guppies in the 2010s. I don't even know what that is, but the name sounds funny.
Bubble Gumbies?
Bubble Guppies.
Oh, Guppies?
Guppy. Yeah, I don't even know.
What the? That's
Fudgicle,
hysterical.
right?
Chuck Gibson says it was even cooler to be in San Diego doing that stuff. It was a big, wet dream come true.
Oh, damn. I can't imagine, like, it's a studio setting where you could, if you wanted, like, go into an office and all the artists are working there together, and everyone's working on books, and so you're surrounded by creative people and people who inspire you, and you're probably trying to, like, do your best A game because you're surrounded by people who are doing good work. Yeah, Chuck, tell us studio stories. I know that Chuck mentioned one time to me that often, I'm not trying to speak for him, but he's like, he would not hang around the studio often because it's too easy to get distracted, and needed to get home and do work, and he could, like, focus on his work easier at home as opposed to being in a studio setting where there are too many distractions, which that makes perfect sense. But how fun, like, it just sounds like crazy fun.
That's true. It does.
He says he talked with Scott Williams on a daily basis. That's just so awesome.
Don't hate me, but who is that?
I know. So you've heard me talk about the artist Jim Lee.
Well, yes. I actually don't. Yeah, I know who
Yeah.
that is.
Well, often, one person does the pencils and then you hand it off to another guy that does the inking.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Williams is the guy that's been inking Jim Lee overwhelmingly, not exclusively, but like almost exclusively for the past, since the early 90s. Like, they're just almost synonymous with each other.
Oh,
And
wow.
as an inker who handles, he does all the stuff by hand, he's like a modern master, like, just his control and his abilities. And so Chuck here got to learn from him, talk with them, interact with them. Chuck, it was like being at a comic book convention. I couldn't get any work done there because there's too many interesting other things to write. See, that's like he was saying. It'd be so damn fun, but, like, I cannot get any damn, because you have to sit down and, like, buckle down because you got to work, right? But when you're surrounded by all these cool things, that's so awesome.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So that's who Scott Williams is. He's really good, really good. So, to be able to, like, learn from him is, you know, dream come true, priceless.
Kind of the definition of, dream job there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Jessica, apparently you're dead to Mark Domowitz now. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, because you didn't know who Scott Williams was, I'm guessing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am the
Uh,
worst at knowing any of this stuff.
Chuck says Jim Lee says that Scott is his longest running relationship. He's worked with Scott longer than he's been with his wife. And then
Wow.
Jai Deep says, I introduced my girl to Rob Liefeld art. Now we both make fun of him. I'm sure you're like someone to be like, what the hell is this? Like, how does that work? Oh,
That's funny.
I mean, you didn't know
Now,
about him until I started talking about him on the channel, right? And then even you were like, wait, what?
oh yeah, so here's the thing with me is I had comic books. I never bought any. I had them given to me.
Uh-huh.
And then I just never paid attention, and this is gonna sound terrible because I like art, but to who the artists were. It just wasn't something I never got into them, I don't think, enough to be that, I guess, invested in who the artists were. So I just have no idea. So I only know what I know, you know, probably from you is most of my knowledge.
Yeah. That makes I mean, it's kind of a more pure kind of like you just open a comic and read it and just enjoy it. Like that's kind of the pure version of it. Like I just open it up and read it and love it. That's great. That's perfect. But
Right, and that was kind of how I was.
yeah, to be an artist, you're like, well, wait, who drew this? I'm losing some comments here. Scott is the real reason we all love Jim Lee. Chuck Gibson, he's saying Wildstorm was, to use a 90s word, fucking rad. Like, yeah, I can't imagine, man. That just, ah. I, Jonathan saying I was a Layfeld mark until the disaster that was the Brigade Kickstarter. Yeah, I've heard all about that. And that's, it just seems profoundly inexcusable to me. Not sure what else I can add to my little creachoid here.
Oh, it's got a lot of detail.
I'm not gonna lie. For half a second, I thought about drawing like a little male appendage hanging down here, but I'm like, this is for children.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Did you give him Oh yeah. I see what you did there.
Chuck's like big baggy balls. Like seriously, I thought about doing that. I literally, I'm like, I got him spread out here. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Wow, Rob. I've been hearing all this random noise and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought it was just my chair. And I guess my dog's in here with me and I had no idea.
Oh, you're like, what is this sound?
It's like kind of spooking me out a little bit.
It's the basement man.
Yeah, it's the basement man.
I don't know. I kind of like this creature design. I might have to throw it into a book or something and have it like be a creature that people
Yeah,
fight.
that's pretty sweet looking.
Pretty creepy.
Really like it. I like the idea you had to do the curly Q of his neck.
I was like, I like the idea of this big long. It kind of reminds me. I started thinking of the John Carpenter's The Thing movie. Have you seen that?
Yes, I love that
That
movie.
all that awesome, incredible practical effect monsters and stuff. I don't know. I kind of had that in mind a little bit. So
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what it reminded me of.
I can't decide which creature in that movie was the most fucked up version. Whether it was where they tried to do like the shocker paddles on the guy's chest and then punched through it, and then it turned into a mouth, and then ate hands,
That was pretty
or
pretty
where the guy's head like dripped off the table, fell
and
onto the ground.
slides down.
It did, and then it like sprouted spider legs and bug eyes and crawled away. It's like,
Oh my
oh
gosh.
thought of this. This is and the fact it's all done practical, you know, um, not CGI.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's a badass movie.
Someone's saying he's like, I like all the excess skin on yours. Well, thanks, man. I was trying to come up with like a gross, rubbery, you know, skin kind of look.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks gross and rubbery.
Right? Chuck saying the Thing is probably my favorite film. Came out when I was about 12. Yeah, it was. I was obviously a little bit younger, so it scared the ever loving shit out of me as a little kid. So it took me a while to learn to appreciate it. Once I got a little older, I'm like, oh, now I get why this is awesome. This is disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, your hairy Yeti creature, I love those big luscious lips, those, that hairy body. I'm so confused.
It's gonna be like,
Oh my gosh.
female lips with a beard here
Yeah.
and stash. I never saw The Thing as a kid ever. I My parents wouldn't let me watch that kind of stuff. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't happen. So I actually hadn't seen it until I was probably 20. I thought it was so great.
Yeah.
Watch it every October.
'Tis the season.
Mm-hmm.
I
Got
like
to.
starts out with a like just a poor dog running through the snow and some asshole shooting it, and you're all like, no, don't shoot the dog.
I know. I know it's true. You always and I always kind of forget.
Yeah, like that's the monster. But I like how it lulls you in because we all like dogs. We all love animals. They're innocent and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck saying that movie still holds up. That one and Aliens from '86. Aliens is one of the best movies ever. It still feels like it's just as good today. Like it doesn't. Nothing about it feels dated to me.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree with you on that one. That's a great
Jonathan
one.
says Big Trouble in Little China is my favorite Carpenter movie. Probably mine too, if I'm being honest. Big Trouble in Little China is just nothing but pure insane genius. And yeah, I've seen it more times than I can count. Yeah, it's one of those I've just watched over and over, and it never gets old. Jack Burton is like the greatest dumbass hero, and he's like this. He's like actually the secondary hero. His buddy Wang is the hero of the movie.
Is Kurt Russell in that one too?
Yeah, you haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China?
I have. I
Okay.
honestly have not seen it like a bunch of times. I think I may have seen it at most twice.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the best. Yeah. Yeah. John Carpenter made like tons of great movies, and somehow his something just dried up, and his just whatever he could do just went away, and it wasn't the same. I don't get it.
Hmm.
I guess we all have our little moment to shine, and once it's gone, it's
What's
gone.
something he's made more recently?
He stopped making movies for a while.
Oh yeah.
Um, God, I'm trying to remember. I know somebody will chime in with Ghost of Mars was one that seemed like it bombed terribly, and then
No, I never saw that.
yeah, from what I understand, it was not any good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Chuck says you only have so many ideas in your pocket, then you're really. That's a good point. You can only have so many like brilliant ideas.
Yeah, I guess so. Guess that's true.
I can't wait to see a close up on that face of that thing you're doing there. Like, can you bring that a little closer to?
This?
Yeah, I just want to see the close up of the face.
I can't tell where
Oh, that's so gross. I love it.
it's you're supposed to be looking down there is where it wants you to look, not up at its face. Wow, that Yours is so detailed too. I can't believe how.
I mean, I've adopted the implied detail. Like he's just a bunch of spindly shapes, and I just kind of give it like rubbery folds, and it looks like detail, but it's. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know. I just.
looks really good.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I could have done something more interesting with his hand. Like I like yours, how you got his hand kind of like laid back
Oh
on
yeah, yeah.
um, the non-rat squeezing one. But I like that. That's an interesting like. That looks good.
Oh, thanks, thanks.
Chuck says Ghost of Mars is Academy Award material compared to All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. I have no idea what that even is, but it sounds terrible. Just based on the
All
title.
the boys love Mandy Lane.
Like, is that a movie title?
I'm sure.
My God. I'm gonna go look that up and see what kind of nightmare that was.
I have no clue. It has Amber Heard in it.
Uh-oh, that's the that's not good. I mean, she was fine before I found out what a nutball she was.
I'm saying no comment on that one. I definitely am not a Heard fan.
She was a pretty face, but not even that won't save her.
So true, so true.
I'm kind of laughing at how bad the newest Aquaman movie tanked off its ass. No one gave a crap about that movie.
Wait, this new one that just came out?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was out already.
yeah, that's kind of part of it. Like I saw some people posting about online, like, yeah, that new Aquaman movie sucks. I'm like, wait, it's out?
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of over the superhero movies, so
Nobody wants Amber Heard's milkshake, Mr. D Man says. Chuck says, be real, Rob. You didn't care what she was like until you heard she's psycho, right?
uh,
I don't know. I honestly didn't really know anything about her except she was in. And she was one of those like, who? Oh, all right. And then I'd see her like, all right, she's cute, whatever. She's cuckoo,
she probably shat in that milkshake the same way. Oh my gosh,
right?
she shat on Donnie's bed. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Dude, I'm getting really sloppy with this fur. This is
It's fur.
it's rough looking. It's very rough looking.
Chuck, this shake tastes like shit.
Oh my
Or you
gosh.
said you heard it was really bad, the Aquaman movie. What I heard mostly is that it was like just so middle of the road and um like inoffensive. Like there's nothing unique. It doesn't offend anybody, but it's not doing anything new. So it's just who cares? You figure with the movie like Aquaman 2, like it's the end of the DC universe as it is. Just go balls out. Just do something psychotically interesting. Like, why not? What do you got to lose?
What were you saying?
I don't know. I stopped.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the first Aquaman movie. There's only been one, right?
Yeah, there's just the one before. Yeah, the first one, which made $1 billion.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it. I didn't really care that much for it. I mean, I
I
didn't dislike it. I
yeah,
just
I saw it the one time and I was like, okay, well that happened.
Yeah,
And
that's how I was too.
never ever wanted to rewatch. I like Jason Momoa, but he just plays Jason Momoa. But he's cool. Chuck Aquaman is fucking lame on a good day. I don't even know why they made those movies. Yeah, um, yeah, that is for real. There was a time when these movies were making money, and I do believe those times are over.
Yeah, it's because you can't do the same story over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, uh, most stories, to a degree, have the hero's journey in it, and that's kind of how everything's based around that idea. But I just feel like the writing, it's like it just gets so I don't know, it just feels like so repetitive.
Well, they want to go for maximum profitability, so they play it so safe as to, in theory, appeal to everybody. But then, like you're saying, once they start doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and then they're spending 200, $300 million, like these movies don't need to be that expensive. Like, stop it.
Yeah. Spend more on your writing, your writers. I don't know. It is true.
Chuck, he's like about Aquaman. He's like, they did what they could do to butch him up, but he was still cruising the rest stops in his spare time.
Wait, what? They did what they could to butch him up, but he was so crazy. Oh my gosh. You started laughing, so I didn't hear exactly how it ended.
All right, yeah. Uh,
That's pretty good. And true.
uh, yeah, Aquaman's a tough sell. He's like, "What's your superpowers?" I talk to fish. Okay, yeah. What else?
Okay, but you know what movie I actually did like, and maybe I'm one of the um I'm gonna use this damn Sharpie that you made fun of me about. Um, is Ant-Man, the Ant-Man movie.
I like the first one, and the second one was kind of okay.
Yeah, so I liked the first one a lot, and I can't remember the second one very well. But I felt like he had like an eh, whatever for his superpowers, but they did a good job with it. Like I feel like they could have done a better job with Aquaman.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just a character that doesn't need a movie. Like,
That's true.
he doesn't need his own thing. Like, make me a good Superman movie for once, please. The Zack
That's
Snyder,
not gonna
like
happen.
nonsensical bullshit.
Yeah.
That stuff just got super. When I saw Man of Steel, that first one with Henry Cavill, I was like, I could have got up and walked out of that movie. I was like, this sucks. This is not Superman. I was really mad.
Yeah. I'm not a big Superman fan, but I agree. The movie was not good.
Yeah, they're saying here in the chat, like Aquaman is not Namor, and Namor is not an aquatic Mexican. Yeah, that was
Shh. Shut up.
not Namor, Senior Namor.
He's senior no more.
Oh man.
Hear my children getting restless out there.
Getting feisty, wondering where mom at.
Yeah, that's why my dog's going nuts here. You can hear my kids outside the door. And my neighbor's stupid dogs. I know that you've heard me complain about it, but I really do have the worst dogs living next to me.
Yeah.
They're they're not even nice, and they just bark all of the time. I can stand barking if the dog's really nice and cute, but these dogs are not. I don't really know what the deal is. She really hungry? Okay, all right. That was my husband. He's like, she's really hungry.
Uh-oh. Well, it might be about the time to wrap up, you think? That is you're just somehow yours is still kind of cute. Like he looks like a Muppet, like a monster, like a
He does kind of look like a Muppet. You're right.
they need to like have him on with Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster would be like, what the
Oh my gosh. So true. So true. I just went for the fuzzy look, and it turned out just kind of like a weird, really weird, cute
it's super awesome.
thing. It's definitely not as sick looking as yours, that's for sure.
Oh,
But I don't pretend to be as good of an artist as you either.
oh, come on. Chuck saying Dr. Seuss goes dark. There you go. Someone saying Nightmare on Sesame Street. Oh my gosh, that's a concept right there.
Wow, yeah, that's a good one.
That needs to be like a we should all get together and like do like a group Nightmare on Sesame Street um mini comic.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
Some version of it's been done, but we could come up with something. But we got to go really effed up.
I think we could do that.
Chuck's like crowdfunder, like Nightmare on Sesame Street, nightmare versions of Big Bird, and maybe Oscar the Grouch will be the hero because everyone wonders why he's like Oscar, you're a grouch, just like that old Dave Chappelle bit. It's like, why are you such a grouch? He's like, I live in a fucking trash can.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking
no
trash.
one's helping me. Oscar the Grouch is Freddy.
Oh my gosh, that would be great.
All I know is I want someone to murder the hell out of Elmo.
What? Why? His voice isn't annoying at all.
I hate Elmo so much. I just need him to be like perpetually ripped to shreds.
That is why my children never, ever, I never introduced them to Elmo.
Yeah.
Ever. I cannot stand Elmo's voice.
Yes, exactly. That's just
Drives me nuts.
maybe Bert and Ernie could be like detectives investigating murder scenes. Like, hey Bert, looks like someone's guts are over here in the corner, Bert. He's like, ow,
You said
Er-
hey Bert perfectly.
oh, Ernie.
Oh my gosh. That's hysterical.
And the secret murderer behind it all. I mean, I don't know, is it Miss Piggy?
Miss Piggy, that's not on Sesame Street.
It's Muppets, it's all the same shit.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh wow. That's funny. Happy Town Murders already did that. Damn it.
See, Simpsons did it. Yeah. Chuck's like, poke Rob to draw it and I'll ink it. But if we do, you guys got to buy it. Like, right?
That'd be pretty sweet though.
I'd have to look up Happy Town Murders. That does sound familiar, though. I'm sure someone else has already done some. To take the most sweet, innocent, like, kids thing and turn it into, like, a horror thing. Like, I'm sure it's been done.
Still, you could do it better.
Possibly. But we have to go really effed up. That's the clincher.
When you keep saying that, but what do you mean by that?
I don't know. I mean, like,
Do you
adult.
have something in mind that, you think would be super effed up?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Well, we will. You'll have to let me know. You
Kermit, Miss Piggy cheated, so we're having bacon for breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
See? There we go. Oh my
Rob's
god.
like, "That's exactly what I was talking about. That's the kind of messed up thing
Oh god.
that I was thinking."
Oh. Oh, you guys are all brilliant. This is great.
Well, I think I probably ought to head out,
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
but
wrap too. So
this has been really fun. I'm looking
yes.
seeing everybody's monsters,
Yeah, everyone post these up on the
their
Discord channel.
basement men.
And we can all check them out. Yeah, I can't wait to go and see all these things.
I'm sure they will be awesome. All right.
Right.
Well,
Thank you.
yes. See you on Discord.
Yep. Chuck and Jonathan and D-Man and Daniel Goodwin and someone saying everybody, thanks for stopping in. It's been fun as always. It's been one of the funner ones. This is great, guys. Been a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely.
All
Thanks.
right. See everybody.
Bye.